Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to Elysian House. I'm so happy to have you. Hope June has been good to you. I'm okay and glad to be back. Today we are talking about a topic that I so love, especially on this self-love personal growth journey that we are talking about embracing our imperfection and the amazing power of being real. So if this is your first time joining, welcome, join the family, get comfortable as we dive into this conversation. I think it's very important because I personally, going on this self-development journey, I have suffered the need to be perfect, to do right, and as nice and good as it sounds, to do right by you, to do good, to be amazing at anything you do, sometimes it can be a trap that limits us from being who we are and going after the things we really want to do or being the people we want to become. So if you are like me, who sometimes have this feeling of I want to be perfect, or you want to avoid mistakes at all costs, then this video is for you. Like I said, I personally thought that I need to be perfect to be loved and accepted. I thought I had to be a certain way, speak a certain way, dress a certain way, look a certain way, especially in this social media age and time where you go on social media and it feels like people's lives are impeccable. It's flawless. Everyone has perfect skin, perfect body, spotless lives. You turn to look at yourself and be like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Am I even good enough? And I used to be that person. I would turn around and I look, everyone seems to have a perfect body, a flawless skin, good accent, and I didn't have any of that. My skin is not perfect. I have hyperpigmentations and dark spots on my face. I wasn't speaking that perfect English. I didn't look or have that perfect body. It made me feel lost. It made me feel I wasn't good enough. I just felt like I had this deficiency. Sometimes I don't think I'm alone because I see that a lot. Even when I wanted to start YouTube, I would be like, oh, am I gonna say the things I want to say like other people? They say it better, they do better. So, and what if I make mistakes? I don't say it the way I really want to say it. What if it doesn't come out right? These things held me back from saying the things that I really wanted to say or do the things that I really wanted to do. If you are in that spot where you don't want to go after your dreams or don't want to accept the call over your life, the call means the thing that your soul really yearns for, you are holding back the music, you are holding back the dancing, you're holding back the writing, you're holding back your voice because you feel that need of being perfect, then I have some ways in which it has helped me to navigate that, to really come to accepting myself for who I am. That has really helped me to embrace my imperfection. So first and foremost, what is perfectionism? What is this thing about trying to be perfect? It's the need to avoid mistakes, to be flawless, just not make mistakes at all costs. I feel like that is a scam, a desire that cannot be met, a request that cannot be attained. Because we are humans and we are bound to make mistakes. And the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So that thing, that level of perfection that you want to attain, someone had done it before. And someone is going to even do better than you sometime. I feel like it's just a trap that keeps you in this state of restlessness that leads to anxiety, insufficiency, because that is the case for me. When I find myself trying to be perfect, I just become anxious. I just become less than me. I feel like I'm losing myself because I'm trying to be something that I am not. And I'll need you to write this down because it really helped me. If it's something that you resonate with, you can as well share the video with another person. Number one for me is accepting that we are humans and we are all flawed. You might go on social media and see everyone looking perfect. It's because they don't show you all the sides of the story. They show you the sides that are good. We are all flawed beings. We all make mistakes, fail at something. You are not alone, and if you're making mistakes or you have aspects of you that you feel are not the best, every other person does. Some people are just good at hiding it, or some people are just better at managing it. When I got to the point where I was like, I feel like it's even arrogant and rude to think that I will be the best at all times. I will not make mistakes. I will always say the right things and do the right things. I was like, who do you think you are? I feel like it's arrogant to feel that way. Accept the fact that we are all flawed beings and that you are human. It's this imperfections, our mistakes, our flaws that make us unique, that makes us our authentic self, that makes us who we are. We are different people. Someone might do what I do, say what I say, but they'll never be like me. It's my mistakes and my imperfections that make me uniquely me. And these are the things that make us the beautiful humans that we are. So acceptance, get to the point where mentally you accept the fact that we are all flawed beings. Number 2, identify the areas of your imperfection. These areas that you feel are your flawed areas. Is it your voice, a mindset thing, your color, your accent, your language? What is it? Awareness is key. So identify it, write it down, and really reflect about it. Why do I say reflect about it? Because sometimes we get to this point where we start seeing areas in our life as flaws, not because of our personal experience, but because of societal standards. Really reflect and ask yourself, why do I perceive these traits in my life as imperfections? Is it because of the standards of social media or the people around me, or is it truly because of personal experience? So truly reflect and identify these areas, which will lead me to the next point. Use your imperfection to become your power. Use it to better yourself. So for example, if I feel like my language is not the best, I cannot say the things I want to say because I don't have the right vocabulary for it. Rather than sitting quiet, I will use that to better myself by learning, reading, taking a class, finding ways to empower me. I will not let my imperfection to break me or to limit me, but I will use it as a fuel to help me grow or help me become. If you think your weight is a problem, start exercising, start working on your meals, start doing something about it, rather than allowing you not become what you want to become or not do the things that you want to do. Okay, so number 4, practice self-compassion. This is very important because we sometimes are our greatest critics. We condemn ourselves, we criticize ourselves, say the worst things to ourselves. Practice self-compassion. Give yourself the same kindness you give to your best friend. Take for example, your best friend comes to you and tell you, oh Zita, I cannot sing because I don't think my voice is the best. What will you tell them? For example, me, I will say, see babe, your voice might not be the best, but it's your voice. No one can sing like you. Go ahead and do your thing. If this is what you really want to do it. If you can say that to your best friend, then say the same thing to yourself. So I believe in practicing self-compassion and kindness. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you give to your best friend. Be it looking in the mirror, writing it down. Lisa Nicole said for a very long time, she wrote herself a love letter. And sometimes when I'm journaling, I say the best things to myself. I tell myself, Zita, you cannot be everybody. You have to be you. And you are enough. You are the man for the job, which is another point I'm going to talk about in the future. Say positive things to yourself. Things that will uplift you and not degrade you. If you have an area that you already are struggling with, there is no need hammering on it in a way that breaks you even more. Change the way you talk. Practice positive self-talk. So instead of saying that, oh, I'm not good enough, I am too big, I am black, I cannot speak well, I cannot sing well, start saying, I am a work in progress. I'm doing my best every day to become better. I'm working to become better at this thing. I think that is a more positive way than just this harsh, condemnative way we speak to ourselves in a very degrading manner. You say something and even you feel like, I should just go and sleep. I will never make it. I will fail again. Practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself with kindness. Practice positive self-talk. This point is a little hard because sometimes it bruises your ego, but you have to come to terms with the fact that someone is always gonna be better than you. So stop comparing yourself. Stop using someone's win as a measure to put yourself down. Oh my God. When I started talking, I remember I want to say something that I'm really passionate about. But for some reason, I'll go and start searching. And when I see other people say the same things, sometimes they say it in a very nice manner. They will say it way better than they thought. I don't know, maybe their delivery is so better. And I'll just come and tell my husband that I'm not doing it. I'm not talking. Or I catch myself trying to speak in a certain kind of way. Or like those people that I put ahead of me. I'll try to speak like them. And all I could see was an image of someone who was just hiding, putting on this mask of perfection, but not showing the world her real self. I was not being authentic because I thought I had to be the best. I had to come out right. I had to speak right. I had to say the best things. And it's so weird because it's not me. It doesn't come out authentic. I'm not my authentic self in those videos. And I was like, no, this is such a job to be because it's way easier to be you than to be any other person. It's less stress. Accepting that someone is going to do it better, and that's okay, saved me a lot. I just came to terms to the fact that I can only be me. I can only do me. I can only speak the way I speak, put forth my ideas the way it comes to me, and that if someone does it better, doesn't mean I am less of me. Accepting that someone is always going to do better than you will save you a lot of stress. It will keep you in your own zone, and believing that we all are in our own journeys, and that the fact that America's time might be behind Dubai or China ahead of Dubai doesn't mean anyone is ahead or behind. We are all on our journey, and it is okay. If someone does it better, fine, clap for them, and that's okay. Which leads me to my next point. You are a work in progress and still a masterpiece. You are perfect. You are enough. While you get better, accept the fact that you are enough. Can I get better? Yes. But right now, I'm good enough. Will I improve and say the things that I say better? Yes. But right now, I will not shut up because I'm scared of saying the wrong things. Will I sing a better music tomorrow? Yes. But right now, I will not store the music that are in my tummy because I'm scared of not sounding right. Am I going to write better tomorrow? Yes. But right now, this is what I can write. Accept your now. Accept the fact that you are already a masterpiece, but still a work in progress. You can get better, but that doesn't take away the fact that you are enough. You are the man for the job. No one is as equipped to do the things that God has called you to do like you. You have it in you. You have this burning desire in you to do it because you are called to do it. No other person, and you are equipped for it with all the things that you see as imperfection. You are the man for the job. Which takes me to a story in the Bible that really struck me when I read it. The story of Moses in the burning bush. When I read that story, I was like, what? So, okay, let me just bring you up to speed. Moses was this guy who was with his father-in-law, Jethro. Somewhere he was doing his own thing, working his farm, helping his father-in-law. Then he had an encounter with the angels, which is the story of him in the burning bush, where the angels visited him to give him an assignment that God has called him to do. And they were like, Moses, you have to go save the children of Israel. And this is what Moses said. Moses was like, no way. And the angels said like, yes way. One, I am a stammerer. I cannot speak well. How can I go lead a whole clan of people when I cannot speak well? The angels told him, you are the man for the job. God has chosen you to do it. And Moses started saying, no, there is Timothy. Timothy is a well-spoken man. He has the language, he has the persona, he has all it takes to do this job. Why are you coming to me? And that is the same thing with us. Sometimes when we want to do something, we start looking at our imperfection and we start looking around and be like, oh no, not me. How can I even sing? Hear the way this person sings. He is the one that really does it well. But God is saying that you are the man for the job, because it will shock you when this story progresses. God told him you would do it. God saw Timothy, but still chose Moses. God saw the wall, but still chose you. And as the story progresses, at no point did we ever hear that God healed Moses of stammer. No. So, which leads me to the point of there are some things about you that you can change, but there are some things that you cannot change because it is part of who you are. You can try to lose weight, yes. You can try to better your English, yes. But what if it's a thing of physicality, which I will talk about another example. I remember Pastor Nick, the guy with no hands or no legs, and I watched one of his videos where he was saying that, do you think I've not prayed for legs and arms? I have made that prayer and it is right in my cupboard because I'm like, God, please give me arms, give me legs. But till that miracle, I'm going to continue doing what I have to do. He wants that miracle. He doesn't have arms. He doesn't have legs. But if God chooses to do that miracle, fine. But if still God doesn't, he's going to accept who he is as a person and still go towards his calling. So there are some things about you that you cannot sit and wait to be perfect before you go after your dreams. You cannot sit to fix everything, to feel right, to feel like this is the moment, to feel like I have fixed it. Now financially check, physically check, language check, location check before you go after your dreams. No, go after it. If those things come, fine. If not, you are still going after your dreams because again, you are the man for the job. And Moses took the children of Israel out of Egypt to Canaan, still as a stammerer. God never solved that problem. God only gave him the grace to go through it. I ask you, what are the excuses that you are making? Is it your skin color, your language, personality? Is it your location? Is it your financial status? Is it your background? When God calls you for something, it's because you are the man for the job. God saw more people who were more intelligent, who were light-skinned, more educated, who were extroverts, because a lot of the times people say they cannot do stuff because they are introverts. God saw those who had more personality but chose you to do it because you are the person for the job, regardless of this thing that you are looking as imperfection. While you sit there thinking that your skin color is a problem, you cannot change it. You can try to bleach, but you cannot change it. So do it because you are equipped. You were called for it because you have what it takes. You are only seeing these things as an imperfection, but you are enough. You are perfect. You are the man for the job. Embrace all of this as part of who you are, as part of the things that make you uniquely you, and show up to the world as you, because no one can be you. So I told myself, and this is what I'm telling you, to show up to the world full. Show up to the world like your unique, beautiful self, because the world waits for you just like you are. Imagine having a friend who always wants to sound right, who always wants to come off as perfect. It gives you the ick because you're like, okay, I'm here trying to always be me and not walking on eggshells to make mistakes. And you are this person who is always right, who is always this. Sometimes we even turn to run away from people like that because we cannot relate. Because you know deep within you that as humans, we are bound to make errors. We are bound to make mistakes. So how come someone comes off like that person? So each time you find yourself trying to be perfect, know that you are trying to come out of yourself. And there is no better place than to be you. So go out there, be you, be your authentic self, because the world is waiting for you just like you are. And before I leave you today, I'm going to give you a challenge. Write down 3 things that you feel are imperfect things about you, and write down how those things make you uniquely you. And let me hear your stories in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Keep being you, keep being real, keep showing up for yourself and the world, because we want to see you shine. If you love content like this, you can as well subscribe, share it with some other person that might be helpful to them, and bye.